I am in Częstochowa, Lady of Częstochowa, Doylestown, PA. It's a grave that's a cemetery mostly with Polish delegates, Polish people of power in Poland. And we're looking at a monument dealing with the Smolensk plane crash, air disaster that nearly, pretty much, not nearly, pretty much wiped away the whole Polish governing political leaders. The whole political system pretty much was wiped away on that plane crash. It happened in the Russian city of Smolensk. All 96 people on board were killed. Among them, President of Poland, Lech Kaczynski, his wife, the former president of Poland in exile, Richard Czechowski, the chief of the Polish General Staff, and other senior Polish military officers. The president of the National Bank of Poland, Polish government officials, 18 members of the Polish parliament, senior members of the Polish clergy, and relatives of victim of the Katyn
and in
massacre.
mourning Monday, 2 days after a plane crash claimed the lives of the president, his wife, and dozens of political, military, and religious leaders. There was a sea of memorial candles lined up in front of the presidential palace, with more people coming to lay new ones. The atmosphere was subdued. People on the street still seem to be having trouble absorbing the scale of a sudden loss.
You see what happened right now. The people are sad. Nobody is happy. We just walk to our jobs, do what we have to do, and we will see what happened. But it's really a big tragedy for us.
It's a catastrophe, and we don't know how to live without our president. We feel very, very sad, and I don't know what to say.
The plane had crashed in western Russia, and Russian officials paid their respects Monday. President Dmitry Medvedev laid flowers and signed a condolence book at the Polish embassy. Russia, as well as neighbor Ukraine, declared a day of mourning, with the flag flying at half-staff over the Kremlin.
And that happened in 2010. The former president, the former first lady that were killed are in the center of this picture, followed by all the people that were killed in that crash. So, they were flying, and these are pictures of the crash scene. They were flying, for the Katyn massacre. That's where Polish soldiers were in genocide, were massacred in Russia there. And that was the 70th anniversary. So what happened here, the pilots were attempting to land at Smolensk. That's a former military base in thick fog. The visibility was supposedly reduced to about 500 meters. The aircraft descended far below the normal approach path. It struck some trees, rolled, inverted, and crashed into the ground. And it came to rest in a wooded area a short distance from the runway. At that time, the Russian and the Polish official investigations found no technical faults with the aircraft and concluded that the crew failed to conduct the approach in a safe manner in the given weather conditions. Polish authorities found serious deficiencies in the organization and training of the Air Force unit involved, which was subsequently disbanded. But the thing is, and I will have a video at the end there, and there's the grave of the former president and his wife. Various conspiracy theories based on the history of Russia and Poland. They have since been come to light. And they're promoted by law and justice leaders. Jaroslav Kaczynski, which is the twin brother to Lev Kaczynski, which was the president that was killed. People were saying that the crash was a political assassination. And by assassination, apparently one of the bigger conspiracies theories go here. That the fog was man-made, and that the crash, it was, there were explosions on the plane. Bodies were later exhumed, to kind of find that, to see if that was accurate or not. They're also saying, and I have a video attached at the end of it, take it for what it's worth. I'm not, saying that it's valid. I'm not saying that it's invalid. Where apparently the Polish president was alive along with a few other members, and they were killed, assassinated. And this was based off of an amateur video shot by an eyewitness. Again, take it for what it's worth. They were saying that, that the plane was trying to land and didn't go elsewhere, and it was just trying to land where it was trying to land in Smolensk because they didn't want to be late. And they thought, some of the theories is that if they would be late, that the Polish president would be upset at the fact that they will be late for the ceremony. Really just a tragic event. It's compared to in Poland there as being, kind of their version of 9/11, a major catastrophe where everyone knew where they were. And here's the video I was referring to you about.
Нихуя себе! Отец, смотри, что! Нихуя себе!
There was, so you see that video, you don't know whether to believe it or not. You hear the shots. I don't know if it's an altered video. It's a video that's been around, it's making its way. So there was also reported death from the victims of, that perished in this crash. So in June 6th of 2010, payments worth 1,400 zloty, currency in Polish there, had been made from a credit card found on the body of a historian that was killed, one of the victims of the crash. Also, you had credit cards belonging to the politician Alexandra Swiat were also missing, but not used in transactions. A few days later, the TASS reported that the 4 soldiers of Unit 06755 have been charged in connection with the theft after being found in possession of 3 credit cards used to withdraw a total of 60,345 rubles. First withdrawals, apparently, from a Polish investigator said that they were made just 2 hours after the crash. So what really has happened here? You know, that's really just really unfortunate. The search for human remains. A former Polish minister of health claimed that before the so he claimed that after the crash, the ground was dug to a depth of 1 meter, and even tiny piece of human, and even if a tiny piece of human flesh was found, it was genetically tested. It was just a complete, destruction. Not much could be found. Just a tragic day of events that continue to be, we continue to have just controversy surrounded by it. Hope all is well. Look forward to speaking to you guys very, very soon.